We will need 3/4 inch wide stems for our bouquet. There are many ways to make stems. In this session, I will teach my trifold by hand method. This is my very favorite method for making stems. First, a note about sewing order. On my 12-inch block, shown at the left, I sewed parts of the ribbon, then the stems, then part R10 and 11 to finish. On the 15-inch block on the right, there are a lot more stems, and I sewed all the stems first, before sewing any of the ribbon. On background fabric, use a removable marker to draw a center line for each stem and a mark for stem ends. Use a rotary cutter, acrylic rotary ruler, on a rotary cutting mat to cut fabric strips 3/4 of an inch wide and 5 inches long. That should be enough length to turn under the bottom ends and hide the top ends under the bow knot. Cut on straight grain. That will help keep the stems straight. For step 2, place the strip face down on a cutting mat. On the wrong side of the fabric, use a harrow marker and ruler to score a line 1/4 of an inch from the long edge. The red arrow on my harrow marker points to the edge used for scoring. The arrow on fabric shows the scored line. This will be the first fold line. You will discover that the fabric, just like scored paper, will easily fold on that line. If you don't have a harrow marker, you can estimate a 1/3 fold by hand. Place the strip face down on an ironing surface. Begin at one end of the strip and fold the bottom edge of the strip up along the 1/4 inch mark, or 1/3 if you folded by hand, and press the fold with a hot iron, a little distance at a time. Turn the strip around, fold the opposite raw edge up 1/3, and press. You can add a bit of steam or spray mist and press again to help secure those folds and keep them flat. At the stem bottoms, where the rose would be cut from the bush, if you simply fold the entire stem end under, you would have to push all those folds inside as you applique. Or you could try to maneuver by opening the folds and turning 2 corners as you might stitch 2 points. That is challenging. There is a much easier solution. For a neater and more elegant finish, you can easily hem the stem ends and reduce bulk before placing the stems on the block. Plus, it will be much easier to stitch them. Gently open both folds at the bottom end of the strip. Fold up a 1/4 inch hem and press well. Use steam or mist to form a neat, flat fold. Lay a long pin across the hem and along the 1/3 fold line of one side of the strip. Push down against that pin to keep the hem flat as you refold that 1/3 and press. Repeat with the long pin to fold and press the other long side at the 1/3 fold. Your stem is almost ready to sew, but you can reduce some bulk first. Gently reopen side folds at the hem, but leave the hem folded. As shown in this photo, clip out a single layer triangle at each bottom corner. Clip those triangles off from outer bottom corner up to the 1/3 fold line, and then refold the stem. Working on foam core, arrange the stems in a pleasing arrangement, raw edges facing down. Make sure the top raw ends are extended at least 1/4 inch under the bow knot. Lightly glue baste the stems a little at a time until they're all arranged on the block. Pin them in place until the glue dries and pin into the foam core. Use the bow knot template as a guide to mark stem tops with pins. Then remove the template to trim the stem tops, making sure again that the cut raw ends extend at least 1/4 inch under the bow knot. Clip out bulk at stem tops where possible. Finally, applique all the stems. Add an occasional stab stitch through multiple layers. At stem bottoms, be sure to push under any folds. The padded bow knot and part of the ribbon will cover the stem tops and handle any additional bulk underneath. For more ways to make stems, I offer this booklet, Applique Stems and Vines, So Many Ways, or a downloadable ebook from my website. It includes 18 different methods to make applique stems, vines, basket weavers, and more. Methods for curved or straight stems, by hand or by machine, with or without special tools. Photos and graphics, helpful tips and tricks, plus a pull-out chart. Which method for your project? Rates each method as good for curves, narrowest, widest, easiest, and shows which methods work best for each situation, when to use bias or straight grain fabric. It's a valuable resource for your reference, or a gift, or donation to your guild library. If you would like more information, you can also send email to me at my website, www.barbaramburnham.com.